Hello everyone, my name is Sabrina, and today I'm going to be talking to you all about the very serious topic of cyberbullying. The title of my presentation is Positive and Helpful Ways to Identify Cyberbullying and How to Prevent It, but in short, let's end cyberbullying. So it goes without saying that cyberbullying has become a crazy serious problem in adolescent lives. We're going to be talking about how this topic needs to be readdressed in a more modern way. When I was 13 and I started using the internet, my parents told me, do not talk to strangers on the internet. And it made sense then. But nowadays, we are always talking to strangers on the internet. And that's the world that we live in. That's the world that adolescents live in. We live in this world of social media where we're constantly engaging with strangers on Facebook and Twitter and Tumblr, etc. I found a statistic that says that elementary children have at least 2 social media accounts on average, and the average toddler knows how to send a text message. So over the past decade, technology has drastically changed. LinkedIn, MySpace, Facebook, YouTube, Reddit, Twitter, and Tumblr were all released between the years of 2002 and 2007. But the greatest impact was the release of the iPhone, which increased the usage of social media from 5% to 70%. And that's a statistic from the past 12 years alone. The easy accessibility to social media and the ability to be anonymous on these websites has created a new era of bullying, and that is cyberbullying. Cyberbullying did exist when these social media websites were first created, but it didn't really affect the generations that were using it, such as the Gen Xers, the Boomers, and the Matures. It has greatly impacted millennials, though. Cyberbullying today affects over 75% of all social media users. So what is cyberbullying? It's defined as the use of cell phones, instant messaging, email, chat rooms, or social networking sites, such as Facebook and Twitter, to harass, threaten, or intimidate somebody by sending or posting mean, hurtful, or intimidating media, usually anonymously. And it's often done by children who have increasingly early access to these technologies. Some modern examples that I've found of cyberbullying are harassing somebody on Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter, between sending them unwarranted photos or messages and whatnot, taking a photo of someone without them knowing and distributing that photo or turning that photo into a meme. It's not funny. It's cyberbullying. Starting rumors online, sending somebody hate mail. If your intent is to be malicious, you are a cyberbully. I found a staggering statistic that says a Vanderbilt study found that children's hospital admissions of patients 5 to 17 years old for suicidal thoughts or actions have more than doubled from 2008 to 2015. 1 in every 65,000 kids from the ages of 10 to 14 in America commits suicide every year. To put that into perspective, there are 74.2 million kids in America. Statistically speaking, that's nearly 1,200 suicides per year in adolescents alone. Suicide has become the leading cause of death in adolescents, ranking higher than deaths caused by automotive accidents and HIV and AIDS combined. Cyberbullying has criminal consequences. A lot of people don't actually know this. There are 14 states and counting who actually imprison those for the action of cyberbullying. In Tennessee, those who engage in cyberbullying face a fine of up to $2,500 and up to a year in jail. Some other general consequences include suspension or expulsion from school, and you can also get a juvenile misdemeanor on your record. So what should you do if you're a victim? Studies have shown that the most effectual ways to deal with cyberbullying are as follows. First of all, know that it's not your fault. The victim in any sort of bullying instance is never at fault. Make sure that you don't respond or retaliate. You can tell the bully, hey, leave me alone or stop. But after that point, if they continue, then you need to collect data and evidence. Record, screenshot, save all of this, and reach out. You need to let an adult in your life know, whether that's your parents or somebody at your school, or if you actually contact the authorities. And you should also go high tech. which means that institutions have actually been put in place to protect people from cyberbullying. And on most social media websites, cyberbullying is a direct violation of their terms of use. Internet service providers, cell phone providers, and content providers can actually uncover anyone who's pretending to be anonymous. So that person can actually face punishment. So I want you to know that you actually can do something about it as a victim, and you're not at fault, and you're not alone. If you're the parent of a child who's fallen victim, you should know that you're lucky if your child asks for help. Most young people don't tell their parents about it, about bullying online or offline. So if your kid is losing sleep or doesn't want to go to school or seems agitated when on his or her computer or phone, ask why calmly and be open-hearted. Also, work with your child to gain context. Because the bully is almost always related to school, their school life, our kids understand the situation and context better than parents ever can. So get to know the situation that your child is in. Respond thoughtfully, not quickly. And know that more than one perspective is needed. Go to your significant other, go talk to a counselor, talk to the school. You want to make sure that proper action is taken. And you also want to make sure that you are keeping in mind that the ultimate goal is restored self-respect. A lot of people will immediately go after the bully and go seek justice, but the most important thing is greater resilience in your child. This, not someone getting punished, is the best focus for resolving the problem and helping your child heal. So, with all of that being said, be kind to others, not because they're nice, but because you are. Don't engage in cyberbullying. If you see it happen, if you're a victim, if you're the parent of a victim, make sure that that victim gets help and make sure that they know that they are not alone. And these are my works cited. Thank you very much.